Here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. It's long, right? It's long, right? 15. Check. 53. Yellow. Check. 53's mine.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
On first down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Pull it together.
Hey, 43.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
I don't even know why this team showed.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Watch us flat.
On Sunday.
52. Echo. It's getting that hole.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 5'2's the Mike. Mike 5'2.
Hey, 43, 15.
Orbit.
From the 39, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple, Cousins. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now Brown. 20. Terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins with a give to Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. He's going deep for he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. And that is incomplete here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
I'm coming after you. 15. Mike, 53. Bravo! Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 25. Check 25. Check 20. Check 43.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. He's checking.
Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes underneath for Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Attack!
Switch. Hey, alert 3. Smoke.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you. Because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the it away. This will be taken very short.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
At the Bengals' 34-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their capitalize on this one.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. To throw, it's Mahomes. Screenplay, Johnson. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 57, 57.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And guys will get the football back. A About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right?
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to...
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes dumping it off for Johnson. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go. Let's go. Number 53.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's Johnson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Check 53. Check 50.
Yellow.
I'm here.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
From the 41, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Cousins. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get it.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Watch out. 57. Watch out. Motion. 53 the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cousins hands to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Mahomes to throw once more. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 7. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Bengals drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Bengals. 56 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. To throw, Cousins. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Second and 10. Cousins here to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey.
Come back.
52. Scene 6. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. All day, just like that.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it in for the score on the game. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And everybody along.